Hey y'all, so I want to address something. I got a comment from Desiree Marie recently on my YouTube channel, and I don't have my glasses on, but what she basically said was that she lived through a similar unsupportive environment that I did, and that she is has dealt with people pleasing for way too long. And in fact, she's struggling with learning how to hold boundaries, which is causing a true dislike for her. So, what I'm assuming is, let me put this laptop down. What I'm assuming is that she is now really getting grounded in her sense of identity and her sense of purpose. And when you do that and you start to set boundaries, boundaries for your peace, boundaries for your growth, boundaries for what you will and will not accept in your life, when you hold a certain standard for your life, and you start to walk those things out and actually like you're activating that part of your identity that's like basically standing up for that little girl inside and saying, hey, I matter, I deserve to live well, I deserve to have my spirit moisturized, my mind moisturized, my physical spaces moisturized, my energy moisturized. Like, you deserve all that. When you start to really stand firm in that truth and you start to express that physically and verbally, yes, it will definitely cause some dislike for some of the people that are in your environment, in your life. And, it's unfortunate, but everyone's not going to like you. And everyone's not going to like the fact that you are now taking steps to protect yourself and to live the type of life that you want to live. I think that for some people, it's just this sense of how dare she? How dare she like change the dynamic? How dare she change change the energy of the relationship that we have? And this, it doesn't matter if it's a coworker, your dad, your auntie, your boss, your spouse, your partner, your friends, whomever. If for a very long time you lived a life where you kind of just got along to get along, didn't really have a sense of your own opinion and what mattered or matters to you. You just went with the flow a lot of times. You didn't question things. When someone got out of pocket or spoke to you sideways, you never really quite addressed it. You are going to get people that are not going to be happy about the changes that you are making in your life. They're not going to like it at all. And sometimes they're going to feel threatened by the actions that you're taking because you're basically shining a mirror on who they are. Someone that has emotional depth, someone that has emotional maturity, someone that is not living a surface level life, they're going to understand where those boundaries are coming from, whether they agree with them or not. And even if they don't necessarily agree with them, ultimately, at minimum, they're going to be happy that you are loving and honoring yourself in that way. It's like my daughter, for example. She's an adult and a young adult in her early 20s. And, right now she's doing certain things that I would be like, that's not for me. Not disrespectful things or anything like that. She's growing into her womanhood and she's exploring what that means and the things that she likes and things she likes to do and how she wants to, for example, set up her room is in a certain way or habits and routines and things like that. And I may not agree with everything that she is doing, but I respect it because I know that I, first of all, she's an adult, but second of all, if nothing else, I have to make room for her to bloom into her own. So even if I don't necessarily agree with every single thing, because I have emotional depth, because I am not operating at a surface level, because I can see, what the reality of the situation is. She is her own person. I can respect that. And I can step back and allow her to continue growing into her adulthood, you know? And I can do so without attitudes and trying to shame or um, I don't know, just doing things from a lower level, you know what I mean? And also for me, because I am really doing what I can to be her. We've talked about that before. I am doing what I can to be her, to embody um, the fullest version of who I am. The fullest version of who I am is not going to try to cause someone else to shrink into the vision that I have for them, or make them do things that I would do this, so you should do it too. Like, I'm not going to do that. So, the fact that you have people that are now kind of like showing you this contempt or this dislike or whatever you want to call it, it's not very surprising, because again, you are now starting to operate on a higher, I don't want to use the word frequency, I don't like using that term, but like on a higher trajectory. I don't know. But everybody cannot meet you where you are. They're not there. They're not there. And they're still going to operate at the same level that they're operating at. And it's not up to you to try to change people. It's not up to you to try to convince people. It's not up to you or on you to uh, cajole others into allowing you to shine and elevate and grow and bloom and transform, because that's what you're doing. It's not on you to try to convince people that they need to get in line. All you can do is, make sure that as you're securing your boundaries and stepping into this identity that this newer version of yourself, all you can do is just continue to do that. Continue to do that. The work is going to cause people to fall off. The work is going to cause people to say, hey, I'm on her team, so I'm going to adjust my attitude. It's going to be one or the other. But don't be surprised by the dislike. I think sometimes people dislike you because they're jealous of you having the audacity to stand up for yourself, to want better for your life, to make different choices, to shine, to stand fully in who you are, or to even try new things. There are some people that are so afraid to try something new on occasion. So when they see someone else doing something, for them, it's just like, oh God, I would never do that. It's just, there's always naysayers. There's always naysayers, regardless of what you're doing. And I want you to have the courage to continue growing. I want you to have the courage to continue embracing this sense of honoring yourself in a way where you're fully coming into your own. And the beautiful part of your journey is that once you get to a certain whatever, you're going to look around and be like, oh, things have changed. And now I'm elevating again. I want these things for my life. Now I want these experiences for my life. Now I want to try this thing or move to this place or buy this thing or create this thing or seek joy in this way. You know what I mean? Like, it's a constant thing. So just like the growth is a constant thing, I think that the dislike can be a constant thing too. There's always going to be different people at different levels that are going to not like what you are doing for yourself for one reason or another, or one reason or a variety of reasons. It's not really up to you to be concerned about. You keep protecting you keep securing your boundaries. You keep, you know, embodying this woman that you are, that you already are, and you just continue to make space for the blessings in your life that are coming to you, because the more you operate in your fullness, I feel like the more things open up. So don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about people that dislike you. There's always going to be at some point in your life someone that dislikes you. And sometimes they dislike you and you haven't even done anything. You know what I mean? Sometimes people just hate to see somebody else win, or they hate to see somebody else grow, because it shows them that they are not growing. They are stagnant. That's not your business. So you keep doing what you're doing. Okay. I'm so happy for you. And yeah, what day is this? Day 16, 17, 18, child? I don't even know, but another day in the books. If you like this type of content, if you need this type of moisturization of your spirit, I encourage you to hit the subscribe button here on YouTube. There should be a button down below somewhere. And yeah, I will see you in the next video tomorrow.